Hi, my fabulous friends. Welcome to Just Fabulous. My name is Paige, and this is our Tuesday lunchtime. I took it out of the kitchen today, and we're up in the bedroom. I have some curtain panels to hang up, so we're gonna live while I work. I'm really trying to uh, catch up. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what's going on. Like in my mind, um, I don't know if it's because my children aren't settled, and with settled, I mean that they aren't. They're like one is looking for a job, and the other one is has a job, but she's apply. She's summering from school, so she's kind of in a limbo. And I like when my children aren't lined up and situated. I think it really bubbles up anxiety within me and makes me feel uncomfortable. Like they're not doing it right. I mean, what I expect or how they could do summer any different, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I think because I'm feeling that, it is making me feel like all aspects. Oh, Marley's here with us today. All aspects of everything are kind of out of control. So, what I did do today was I've been having a very hard time getting up, getting moving. I was, just doing really great. And then I, oh, sorry, my, he wants me to scratch him. Here, hold on. Come on, ready, Marley? All right, there. If you're gonna be scratched, you gotta be on camera. Let everybody see your cute face. Oh, well, that's not quite your face, but here, let's go that way. There you go. Now everybody can see you being cute. Um, where was I in my rant? My monologue. Um, I think I'm far enough into retirement, coming back home from working, not going back to work, that I really can't use that as a reason why I don't have, hey, my feet firmly on the ground, why I'm not feeling like, why I don't have a very strong uh, schedule to follow, because I do. I could create it anytime. It's whatever I make it within the realms of things that have to happen. I do find that certain things during the week now are taking me a little bit more time because I actually kind of care a little bit more. Um, when I was going to work, I kind of had a uniform and I wasn't worried about, I mean, I just kind of put it on, hope for the best. The routine was different. Now I'm getting up, taking things at a little bit more leisurely pace. And then the next thing I know, hey Patrick, yeah, I'll pick that up after. But sometimes things will get away from me, and I really think too, you know, I think why I feel things get away from me is because, like with so many different skills, I'm not really sure how long certain things will take. So even though I jump on the computer to do one thing, so edit a video or upload a video, I don't really do much editing, but I do try to do some, and I am trying to learn and do that. But I find sticking on task very hard. So I'll get online, pull up YouTube, then I want to find something to listen to while I'm, doing. And I know that is a big time suck. But I also think that scheduling how much time something is going to take in that realm of computer realm, because it's not something I've grown up using and doing, I'm not really sure uh, how to appropriately budget my time. So I will, boom, um, yeah, I'll just be there and then stand up, and so much time is gone. Oh, I know you're busy, baby. Oh, yeah, because everything clicked off and then clicked back online, right? Well, hang in there, darling. Dinner's ready. We have Christina DAW's eggplant, baked eggplant, ready to roll. I actually made two so that nobody would feel like they didn't get enough this time. So that has been just the best recipe ever, ever, ever to use. So I definitely do feel that for me, one of the hardest things that I'm trying to get now is this, new skills. And of course, the more I am able to focus, the more I get comfortable editing, the more I become comfortable how to even film a video with appropriate gaps for editing. Because, I mean, I did research this stuff, and there were tips that were given, like if you're trying to make a video, that you be sure if you make a mistake, pause, give it enough pause so that when you start to speak again, it'll be an easy place to find your cut. So I do try to do that. Sometimes it's successful, sometimes it's not. I think one of the hardest things that I'm finding with the YouTube videos and editing is the way that I speak. One, I speak in circles, which I know, and I repeat myself one, two times. That's just a bad habit that I have picked up, and it comes straight from my mother. I know exactly where I picked that up. Ooh, I'm pulling my hair. So I know 100 billion% where that came from. Then the other bad habit I have, I don't use the filler word like. I do use other filler words. Currently, my favorite one's so, da 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 da, so, da 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 da. However, and I find when I say that kind of word in a video, I'm speaking the rest so rapidly that it's not a, I don't say so and then speak. It's like, so it's going to rain later today. That kind of editing that out, I am finding difficult, but I believe the editing company I use, there is something somewhere, they moved some of their stuff around, and I believe there's something somewhere that I can uh, get it taken out by just within the editing process, which will be really, really nice. I definitely like the editing company I use because I use the Veed IDIQ, which I think it is, because it really was the less complicated one when um when when I was just starting out, just starting out. I went and I opened a couple apps and they were just so confusing. I couldn't do it. And I know CapCut has, I'm a reader, so I read the terms and policies, and I didn't think that for me, CapCut with their terms and policies of the licensures and what's happening to the videos. Yeah, you still own this, but what is good of holding the copyright, the raw footage, this, when they can use your stuff and make billions. Now, that it definitely applies more for a professional videographer or somebody that has really studied this and has the craft, has the art, knows the work. Would it ever affect me as an older woman on a YouTube channel? I don't think I'm ever going to get proficient enough in editing that I would have to worry about a company saying, taking the raw footage and saying, well, you used ours, therefore we have the right to use this in promotions or blah, blah, blah. So that's uh, one thing to look at, if you're not editing. I found that with the YouTube editing stuff, I couldn't quite find everything that I needed, and I found that it was, I I don't know why it didn't click right in my brain. And maybe for me, having some learning disabilities, having some extreme dyslexia, having just the random ADHD, all that stuff. It could have even been as simple as when I looked at the original video of how to find something, how to do something in that app, it confused me. So therefore, I assume all of, he's just sitting here snoring, all of their videos will be extraordinarily confusing and hard to follow. So I think really that's how I do a lot of stuff in life. Can I figure it out based on what I hear, what I see? And I do think that's interesting. So with that all being said, today's live, we are upstairs in the room because I put some new curtains up in here. Oh, I was watching a YouTube channel last night. Yes, I was. And I finally figured out how I'm going to paint this room because I'm repainting the house. I am going to do, now I have sage curtains, and my bedspread before it faded had a lot of sage colors, and the under skirt I made is a sage color, and I like that color. But I couldn't put that color on the walls with, I am going to do a very strong, true, bright, uh, don't be scared of it, golden color, like a gold in the bedroom part. And then in the bathroom, add the sage, which will tie the accessories to one room with the accessories of the other. I am really excited about having figured that out because I did a lot of neutrals. I had gone from white walls. Now, growing up, oh Lord, I lost Patrick. Growing up, we only ever had white walls, and then we had the moldings were painted the color. Everything else was white. And I think Mom always just said it was just the easy, you don't have to worry about paint chipping. You just go over and paint everything white. I just got it all done. Ceiling, walls, all at one time. We painted that house like constantly. But I guess when you are living with, 12 people in a home, you have to keep your walls painted nicely, painted all the time because somebody's scuffing it and marking it. Plus, I mean, this is back in the 1970s and 80s, and paint has come a long, long, long way since then. So, those are the colors I'm going to use in this room. It's almost a gold, but it's more of a tanny gold, not white gold, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do bold, bold, bold gold. I am even considering, I'm going to do bold gold. I don't know what color I'm going to do the hallway. We will figure it out. I do want to turn my daughter's room into like a night sky fantasy. So she used a really pretty plum purple, which I think I would like on the walls with a nice deep navy blue ceiling, and then put the gold constellations all over that, and even have kind of the constellations come down on the walls. I think that would be really interesting. I'm tired of boring ceilings, and this would probably be my last hurrah. Nah, it won't be, but yeah. Yeah, only problem is we're definitely going to move in 11 years, and it's like, I'll have to repaint it all then, but maybe we'll just pay for somebody to do it. And everything, the darker your color, the brighter it is. Okay, with that being said, I am going to hang the curtains. Right, Marley? I said, what happened? I said, I don't know. So I had gotten some blackout curtains, and I didn't realize, it said it was 2 panels, and I didn't realize how small the 2 panels were. So I decided to put in the curtains. Yeah, they're not curtains for you. They're new curtains for up there, okay? Will that work? But I'm afraid of the weight, actually. So I got more clips, is the moral of the story. What? I did. I got more clips. Do you want a clip? All right, let's see what we got here. I can't ever get these curtain things open. There it is. Now I did. Look at that. I just needed an audience. I got it open. So, one thing I do, because these are just lining panels, so the other ones are khaki, I don't really care where the top is or the bottom. Oh, it's going to be fun because my other panels are black background. So it'll be black and gray. But I don't care as long as it blocks out some of the light. The only way we can do this, though, is I have to take the first panels down, hang them up, and put more, because this could be on 4. I love these little clips. Growing up, my mom always had it all bunched in and on the rod. But I find these clips the best thing ever. So, your choice. Are we going to watch Marley or are we going to watch me? So, let me turn this around. I'll kind of show you. We can change our curtain rods together. All right, ready? Flip it around. All right, let me close this off. I didn't quite do the math all that great. Let me turn a light on so it's not too dark. I had to get new curtains because of Marley. The nice thing is I know I can reach them with just my, please feel free to leave a comment, hit the likes, hit the thumbs up. Anything, that would be great. So I just find these tabs so much easier to use. And what I'm going to do is take the original fronts down. So I know I need the whole 8 here. And these curtains are only going to need 4. So I'm going to go ahead and put all of these down. I got to take the whole curtain rod down, actually. Oh, guess what? It is screwed in. All right, so we're going to have to restring it on the bed. Here, we'll flip back and watch Marley for a minute. Look how pretty that sky looks today. Isn't that just a gorgeous summer sky? Oh, I'll let you look at the gorgeous summer sky. So even though the curtain backings don't match, I don't really care. This room gets tremendous wind in the summer, in the winter, and heat, the sun will rotate and hit the front of my house later. So I am going to cut across the back so I'm not all up in your face and do this. So yeah. Ooh. I just found a spot on my chair, but it's not the best. Let's see. I gotta unscrew. Nope. I'm gonna have to go get the plier. Okay, so, all right. So enjoy the view for just a second, or I can switch you. Excuse me. Back around and we can look at Marley. Just look out the window for a minute, okay? It really won't take me but a half a second. If you've come in and left a comment and I didn't see it, it's because I'm like didn't see it. I apologize. I have it filming on a phone, and so the possibility that I miss you is very real. Let me go get the pliers real fast. Uh, Gosh, it smells good in here. Can I show you guys something? Let me flip this back around. And I want to show you what I have that is my absolute favorite tool ever. I found this. Oh, it is a Stanley screwdriver, but it has the two small Phillips head, a larger. Hey, Diamond and Sticks. I am so glad to see you. Yeah, I'm trying to do a live Monday through Friday from 11:30 to 12:30, just because I figured it's lunchtime. I'm on the Eastern Seaboard, United States, and it's lunchtime. And that's a good time. I'm usually transitioning from day stuff to night stuff to do a live. So I sure do appreciate you being here. We're working on rehanging curtains. If everybody missed the other part, let me get in a better position. So I had to replace curtains. Thank you. I sure do appreciate it. I had to replace curtains, and I just have the bar up there, but I adore the curtain clips. And if I just totally ignore all of this back stuff, and I just love the clips. I find it, hey, Miss Panda, we're changing curtains in the bedroom. So thank you for popping in. I was saying I love the clips for the curtains because I do actually like to at least once a year. Thank you. Diamond's going to take care of that chat while I'm not watching. I sure do appreciate you. I like to take my curtains down once a year. And truthfully, once I get them, all of the rings up this time, it's just so much easier than taking the whole entire curtain rod down. So my last set of curtains, I had sewed the blackout fabric behind the curtains. Only problem was when I washed them, the blackout finish started to fade out of the curtains and it just didn't stick. Even though I didn't throw them in the dryer, they still didn't maintain that, because I hadn't had them that long. So they probably only lasted 5 years. Okay, I have curtains down in my dining room that I put up, and I kept them, the lining, the blackout, separate from the front, and they've been hanging up for almost 15 years. Thank you, appreciate you. So my goal is when I hang it up, that's it. We got to keep it hanging up. So this time around, I'm keeping them separate so I don't necessarily have to wash the lining, or I can do it different than I am doing this, even though, yeah. And the other thing that I like, and I do the 2-panel, is for the heat. This room gets all sun from about 2 o'clock on in the summer, and in the winter, even if I put plastic up, the wind hits the front of my house so hard that my curtains move. So it's very important that I add this extra layer of fabric behind my curtains, because it makes a tremendous difference. It cuts the heat in the room by about, he's found a new place. He's all napping here. How much did it cut the heat? He says, a lot. He's comfortable. And then it cuts the wind down as well. So if you don't have your curtains double insulated, I really, really suggest you do. Let's turn this around and we'll go ahead and easy hang of our curtains. One thing about it is, and if you can see this curtain rod over here, yeah, I have some holes. I had them at one point right on the windowsill, and then I got really long curtains the next time around and had to raise it up. But because I slide these back and forth so much, I definitely, I need a mini screwdriver. Okay, let me use the pliers. And then when my husband gets home, I'll have to have him tighten them, or else my rod will flip back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Just because it's going to be easier. Yeah, I just need a little pressure on it to pop it out. And let me move to the other side. I really find that if you just need to update or make something kind of a quick, inexpensive way to refresh a room, truthfully, if you change the curtains and find even a duvet cover to put over your old existing quilt, you have an entirely new, refreshed room without even having to change all of your furnishings, all of your, I just tightened it back, all of the, your decor. And it just changes the look. It was so funny. When we first, before we had children, let's say that, we had this gorgeous bedspread, and it was burgundy, and it was purple, and it was like browns, and it was silky, and it had all of this, it had all kinds of beading on it, and it had all kinds of not only beading, but it had all kinds of sequins, and I mean, it was gorgeous. But with children and all, I never put it on the bed. So I wanted something that I came over here to lower this just a little bit. I had to get something, that you could just throw in the wash. Well, I got my apron on. Does anybody else? I love these aprons. I just put it on, and then I can wear my biker shorts and go outside, and I don't feel too exposed. Okay, so I'm putting more of the hangers on, but I know I have the exact same amount as this side to put on this other side. So I can just slide them all to one side. It's 2 packs of these. I just happened to grab these from Walmart because that's where I got the curtains. But all the box stores have them, whichever is your favorite. Like I said, I find it so much easier to adjust, and I find it so much easier to take my curtains down to wash them when I have these clips. It's just easier, and I don't think now this is just me making excuses for, they're about $8 a pack, so my excuse for using them is, Marley, what'd you do with the other pack? Without all of that extra, oh baby, come on, give me a curtain, where's my other pack of curtain things? What did you do with them? What did you do with them? Without all that extra gathering, it's less dust in the house. That's what I say justified the $8. Not that I had to justify it, I just like how it looked. And how I hang it so that it's double hanging, so simple. Right, Marley? He said, yeah, it's simple. Come back in, you're out of the picture. And you'll never be YouTube famous if you don't get over here and get cute. How can you do that? So I have a new video that's coming out in a little while about when I was talking and have been doing, you know, what are we going to change and what are we going to work on and our upgrades and, you know, the Never Too Late series. So I have an update coming out in a few hours of that. Be sure you have your notification on. I like the black, the dark black, because I had it last night. I'm doing that in the center. So I know this is going to be 4 clips per panel. And to find my 4 sides, I just fold it half to half. I can see where this was overlapped to right here, but it's not even going to matter. So I'm going to go every other clip. My first, I'm going to leave one for the green, is my first clip. And then my next clip is my panel. The very outside edge of my panel. The next is the green fabric. And then I'm going to quarter my fabric just like this. You can actually see the lines from where it came out. The next piece is where the next clip goes. And you just keep alternating your clips so that it starts and begins. Okay, and then my next one. Yeah, you can see it just fine because I didn't steam them, I didn't iron them. Leave a green for the green fabric. And the next clip. All right. Ooh, the new ones are very stiff. And like I said, it's just a really fast and easy way. I had sewn them up. So see how I left every other one empty? That way I can hang my green, which is going to be the outer part. So I'm just hanging up the lining right now. So just make sure I didn't miss one. And now I need 4 more clips for the next lining. And I will use the gray because from outside, yeah. And because it's not showing, I don't really care what side is up or what side is down. But if you were hanging store-bought curtains, you can see this has a double panel that's exactly the same size. So this is not going to have the little ruffle on top. And I don't care what the picture says, it's not going to. It will gather up, but it's going to lay flat. Where on the brown fabric, you have a piece that has, if you look right here, you can see this would have been the top, because you can see the double stitch line. You would run your pole through that if you wanted that gather up top. If not, you don't have to. And then usually always have a 2-inch hem, and in nicer fabric, nicer curtains, they'll actually have weights in the bottom. But if you find you have a curtain that's right over a vent on the floor, you can actually put washers, a couple of washers, and you just sew them into your curtain. And that holds it from getting over your air conditioner vents if you have vents on the floor, which I do in a couple rooms. And I need to do what I say and cover it up. So this one, it doesn't matter. There's no top or bottom, but I do want the sun guard facing the outside of my house, towards the outside, not the inside. So that then I fold that on that line where the 4th, there it is, 3rd, and then I have, now this is saying I am short. I should have bought more, but that's okay. This is thinner fabric, so I can it's going to have to, okay, I thought I had bought enough rings right here for it to definitely go every other one, but I didn't. However, I'm not too upset because it has a thin enough top, it can double up. So now I'm going to take my good fabric, get that out of the way, and this is just a fast and easy. I am using the top, you can see, but it doesn't really matter. That can be the bottom. Actually, I think I am going to make it the bottom. So I'm going to flip this upside down. It'll have a nice deep hem on the bottom. Nobody will know. I don't think, I am 99.9% positive my husband will not notice how it's hung. So I do want this to have a nice hard overlap on this side. I know how the curtain is and how the lights are, so on this one I do know it's important to have it right at the edge. But that's the nice thing too with these, you can just adjust them easy. Once again, I know my curtain has to end, no matter what, right here. So I will go ahead and hang my end spot. And then, you know what? I'm not doing it upside down. I would have to fold it and fold it and fold it. And look at this. It's so much easier just to line up the patches and then everything's balanced. So I'm just going to clip it back on, and then I'm going to have this whole beautiful upgrade to my space. I'm just going every other clip. Oh, I got to sit down. Whoop, sorry, baby. Marley said, what happened? Oh, you back there hiding, Marley. So, yeah, that's what we're doing today. I will just clip away and get these hung up, and then we can fold our clothes that have been washed for a week. And everybody does their own laundry in the house because that's how we do it. And so it cracks me up when I have laundry that hadn't been put away in forever. I was like, oh my goodness, all right, today's the day. We got to get down to it. So see, this is going to be the side that shows in my room. And I just go ahead and go every other one. And then it will, okay, no, it's not going to work that way. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I need 7 spots. So that's going to be 1. And I have, ooh, goodness, I have to do some math. This is only 1 panel, and I'm putting it over 2, which was a great thing to think about at the end. So now we got to go back with some math. I know the first one's correct on here, and I know the first one's correct on here. And we're going to have to adjust some of these ones that I skipped every other one to not be every other one, to be more complete. So for the sake of not having to divide or do fancy math, that whole division thing, I am going to take this a little old school on me. And what did I do here? It's got it all crinkled up. All right. So I know my curtain ends here. So that is one thing I know. Where my curtain begins and where my curtain ends. Okay. The next thing I know is where my dead center mark is, and it's right here. And now I can go right behind here and say I have 1, 2,
3, 1, 2. Okay, so my dead center mark is right on this one. So there we go. Now, I need this one to go there. And I have 1, 2, 3 of these on this side. So I'm going to go, I'm going to cheat this over a little bit to gather it. And I'll put one here. So the bottom, the back side is going to be a lot fuller than the top, but personally, it's fine. It'll be just absolutely fine. This has to move down. And that's how we're going to do it, just like that. And I needed this to move to here. Yep. And what is your favorite way to update a room? I really do. I mean, I don't think you can beat just changing a pillow or two and adding some curtains, you know? All right, so I need one here on this. Ooh, Lord. All right. You got to go here, and you got to come. So, yeah. So how many do I have left? So I just am trying to get it so it all sticks together and is kind of balanced. This needs to go on this one right here. Perfect. Ta-da! And if I don't like it, truthfully, I'll take it down and sew that back on it. But yeah, it just will kind of be a whole lot of sliding around, won't it? It'll be great. It will work just fine. I think I'm more interested in the, okay, this needs to come here. Yeah, so 2 there. Then I have here, and I have 2 liner pieces. So that's good. So it looks like I do 2 for 1, 2 for 1, and then it should work fine. And now I change this one. Yeah. It's like the same one. All right, well, we'll just put it together then. Sometimes they make things so much more difficult than they have to be. I don't know. What do you think? Like, I really don't know why this is like being so difficult in my mind. I am not understanding what I have messed up. I guess I don't need to understand what I messed up. I just need to get it right. To tell you the truth, I think I'm just going to go ahead and connect those 2 right there. Yeah. And then I still have, I don't know. Oh, yeah, there we go. All right, so I'm going to pull. Yeah, I just needed more everything. I need more everything in my life. So anyway, I was saying, before I got distracted with why I can't count curtain spaces, I do have a new video coming out later today, and it is about being the queen of over-consuming. Yeah, I am going to have to admit that title might go to me. I have a lot of work to do. I'm definitely going to try to adjust and change some of my habits in the month of July. Yeah, let's see what we got, right? Guess what? It's going to be fine as long as my room's dark. It will be perfect. So that's what we're doing today. We have this to do. We have the I have some sewing to get done. I have all kinds of cleaning that is yet to take place, that definitely needs to take place. And what I'm going to do this time is I am going to count my things a little bit better, because I got one here and one here and one here and one here, one here and 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 one here. Perfect. Okay. So this is going to be my, make sure I don't hang it up backwards. Okay, this has to come the other direction, so I gotta go this way with it. Wouldn't that be horrible? I got it all set and then I've hung it all up the wrong direction. So yeah, I'm trying to, okay, this edge is very, very thick, so I got you there, and I know you go last. Perfect. All right. And there's the last clip. All right, let's see if I do the big one first. Does it make it easier? 2 and 1, 2, and here is my dead center one. Here is my dead center one. On my dead center one, I am going to grab this, and it's coming behind me. All right, put this pole over this. I know I definitely need a front one for the very tippity top. Does anybody else talk their way through every project? Like literally, it's why I love YouTube and I like to film stuff, is because I just sit here and ramble. Like ramble, 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 ramble. And like I really do kind of wish it was like something great I was saying or anything, but it's kind of not. It's just kind of rambling. All right, so that's my last piece. This is my last one here, which will make this be right to that spot. All right, and now I have 3 left, which means I can do one and 2, and then I just have to decide where this third one is going to connect. So why don't I find my middle, and it can be here in the middle of these 2. Yeah, that kind of worked a lot better this time around. I went ahead and put the main panel on so I could figure. Sometimes I have to go around in circles with myself for a minute before I am able to fully appreciate what I am trying to achieve. Good thing is I usually finally get there. Yeah, I think that's going to be okay. I just might want a little extra snugness on there. Yeah, that's fine. That's good. As long as it's black, right? And dark. That is what we're going for in this black and dark. I don't think the panels were truthfully that outrageous. Last time when I bought the fabric, just the panel fabric, with the insulated dark, all this stuff from the fabric store, the yardage in and of itself cost like way more than this whole, just the lining set. Which is why good quality curtains do cost a tremendous amount, because it's, I mean, I can feel, you know, it was the white liner with your inside and your fleece lined, and it was definitely a different quality, but I'm not sure that I'm not okay with exactly how things are right here. So I can find my middle 1, 2, and okay. this goes here. And this goes here. That like that, that like that. And then we're almost done. We are ready to hang. I really didn't think this was going to take me an hour. I'm still not sure I'm going to be happy with it and not have to go sew it up, but we will give it a good try. That's there. I don't know how I wound up with two of these right side by side, but I did. I don't know. Not quite sure. Not quite sure. Problem is, I found the problem. This needs to switch to there. This needs to come to here. Perfect. This needs to come to here. Now I got it making sense to my little brain. My little brain. My little brain. Marley, is it making sense to you? Marley. Marley. Oh, your boo-boo. Is it making sense to you, Marley? Oh, you're just throwing your leg in the air like you just don't care. Is it making sense, baby? All right. Now we have it all together. And I just hopefully put them on the right sides. Yes, I did. I never can tell when things get going. Only thing that kind of concerns me a little bit is now I have added a tremendous amount of weight. Yes, I have. I missed that loop. But we'll see. I mean, they'll either hang up or they'll fall on the floor. Nice thing is, I know what the options are. And, ta-ta-ta-ta. Whoa, shoot, I almost knocked my TV down. All right, so we can get this up really quick together. I gotta think about what I want to talk about tomorrow on our live. Like, I really want to. Let me flip this back around. We can look at this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sky. Oh, wow, this is like really heavy now. This has to go up first. And then we gotta slide it down. Gotcha. All right, so let me start addressing this. And then I will come back and tighten those screws. Oh, I kind of feel like I might need to put another brace up. Well, they don't get opened and closed that much. That's the good thing. And then let me come to this side. Okay, hold on. I'm going to have to get in the middle. You know what would have helped too? I mean, just to like put a shade on myself. Had I actually used a ladder instead of an antique chair that goes to my dining room set. All right. Good news is it's dark. Now let me tighten this up. Bum, bum. Please don't fall out the wall. And I think I can move that a little bit. Yeah. Nice, nice, nice. And I am hoping for some really, there we go. How about that? Get that all bundled up. See, this is the problem where it would overlap or not overlap, but baby, I got you now. There's a street light that cuts on, so it blares right in my eyes if it wasn't just right. So how is it? I think it looks okay. Let's back it up and look from across the room. Yes, we will. Hold on tight. Hold on tight. All right. The only thing that I think is not that great, but can be adjusted, I probably should pin the two panels so that be sure that they're overlapping. There we go. Now we're not seeing that sun. This has to be over top of this one, which means I need to cut that tag off due to, no wait.
this has to be over top of this one so that the street light doesn't glare in my eyes all night if it's not closed just perfect. But I think we have a lot more play. Oh yeah. Okay. And then we have to just come in right here and be sure those two are overlapping. Nice. Oh, I don't see any sun coming through. Do you see any sun? All right, let me turn the light off and we'll see if we see any sunlight coming through that curtain. Wow, it's going to be the perfect napping room. That is for sure. Are we ready to check it out? All right, let's see if we see the sunlight. Okay, I see a little sunlight, but not bad. Not bad. I mean, I could easily fix that. There we go. That's better there. How does this one look? All right, get a little overlap here. Let's flip that like that. Oh, okay, now how are we? Oh, look at that. We did it. Pure darkness. More or less. This one side is still getting a light, but I'm not seeing it pulled up. Only, I don't know why it's acting like that. I would just have to almost tack it down. But I don't mind a little bit of light coming through. Actually, and I think why it's showing up so strong there is because the sun is coming around that side of the house on that direction. So congratulations to us. We got curtains hung today during the live. Yay. Wasn't that so much fun? Let's flip it back around. And we will, hold on, flip it back around. Now we're looking at my door. We'll drop it back down so we can see. There's our Marley. So, oh, wait, hold on. So, here we are. Marley's like, what the heck? Here we are. Marley and I both say, what do we say, Marley? I hate to scratch my belly. But I'm going to say, have a fabulous day. Just be fabulous. Thank you all for being here. Know I love you all, and I sure do appreciate all of your support. Let me know how you're doing on your goals and things that you wanted to get done. Yeah, let me know. Because I'm going to be truthful about mine. Yeah, and we'll do it again tomorrow because tomorrow's only Wednesday. Today is July 1st, so happy new month to you. Happy July, Marley. Can you say happy July? I said no. The only problem that I'm going to have is July 1st is coming up. And I am determined to stick to the plan and no more spending. Which means, Marley, you really don't need an Uncle Sam costume for the 4th of July. It is not a necessity. But I really want to buy him one. But I shall resist. Shall resist, Marley. We'll have to make you one for next year. I'm sure. Matter of fact, I know I have red, white, and blue fabric. And we can make you an outfit. And that's what I need to start doing with my overabundance in my house. Anyway, guys, stay fabulous, and we will see you tomorrow at the same fabulous time and the same fabulous place with the same fabulous people. Love ya. Oh, now I gotta move. Hold on, I gotta roll. Oh, it was so easy to get down there, wasn't it? Alrighty, and let me find a little X. There it is. Bye, guys.
I end with Marley. Boop.